All right, welcome, football fans, to the revamped Football Legends League. Tonight we have number one Southern Oregon versus number nine Montana State. Montana State has already beat a number one team in the nation, looking to make it two on the season. Coach Gage has his Bobcats prepared as Coach Twist is going to prepare to defend that number one rate. Both teams are a little bit more on the run heavy side, so really exciting matchup tonight. We've got a couple guys. We've got Nick Trainer and Marcus Joy on the Bobcat side, and JJ Mooney, a Heisman favorite, on the Southern Oregon side. As we get prepped here. Game will be at Southern Oregon as we prepare for the game here. Coach Gage wearing a tasteful Texas Longhorns hat. And here we are. As Montana State will set to return the opening kickoff. Southern Oregon in the red tops, white bottoms, as the kick is away. It's going to go towards the back of the end zone. I don't expect a return here. However, okay. We've had some mishaps in the past from this Montana State team, so that was really close. Montana State here with Corey Berry. Like I said before, they have already upset the number one team in the nation handedly. Shotgun formation, Berry in the backfield. He's going to run an RPO. That's going to be to Jewell, and that's going to be a gain of 5. The Southern Oregon defense was there, prepped for that. Coach Gage has this offense humming. They love the RPO offense, so be on the watch for that. We'll see how Coach Twist and the defense can adjust. 2nd and 5 here at the 30-yard line. Coach Gage comes back out in the shotgun. Berry directing the offense. Takes the snap, looking at a option. He pitches it out. Joy's got it. He's got the first down and more. He jukes, and he's able to gain 12 yards there. First down, Bobcats at the 42-yard line. And you can expect a lot more of this from Coach Gage, trying to confuse this Southern Oregon defense, keep them on their toes, and not allow them to guess what's coming. Huge SEC matchup here with a lot on the line when it comes to postseason play. Berry motions and looking. He's got a pass to the flat there. That's going to be a loss of 1, actually, as Coach Twist had his defense prepped for that one. Looks like that was Soma Mauia with the tackle. The middle linebacker was prepped there. 2nd and 11 from the 41-yard line. Berry directing the offensive line again. It is another RPO to the flat. That should have been picked. Coach Twist is prepped. He's got this offense right where he wants it, and Coach Gage is going to have to come out and do something a little bit different here. 3rd and long at the 41-yard line. This is where the Bobcats have struggled before in the past, where they get behind the sticks and they're just not able to get good looks on offense. Shotgun 5 wide here. Berry making some changes. Takes the snap, looking to pass. He's got someone wide over the middle, and he misses that one. He's hit while throwing, and that's going to be incomplete. 4th and 11 as Montana State will punt. Wells back to punt. Sends that one out, and it's going to bounce and go out at the 32-yard line. Southern Oregon with the first offensive drive of the game for them. This is a run-heavy team, so expect to see a lot of that. I'm sure Coach Gage has done his homework and is going to come out really prepped to limit the looks that J.J. Mooney will get, the Heisman hopeful. Pretty sure he's leading in the Heisman vote right now. As Foster, RPO to the flat. He's got some blocks, but he's not able to take advantage. Only gains 2 yards there. Second and 8 from the 34-yard line. We've got a pistol formation. Foster in the back at the quarterback spot, directing the offense. It is an option as he pitches it out to Mooney, who's going to gain 3 yards there. 3rd and 5 from the 37, and that's exactly what this Montana State defense is going to have to do. Again, just limit the ability for Mooney to get out into the open and make some things happen. So they read that very well. They were prepped for that one. Gain a minimal gain there. Shotgun formation. Foster directing the offense again. Back to pass. He's looking. It's a screenplay, and he's not quite there. 4th and 1 at the 41. Great tackle from the Montana State defense. Southern Oregon back to punt. Rowe is going to go ahead and boot that one towards the sideline. Looks like it'll go out of bounds at the 15-yard line. Montana State takes over. So this is where we're kind of how I expected this game to start out here is both offenses are just going to try to feel each other out and try to establish something, and the defenses are just going to try to limit that as much as possible as Barry is back in the shotgun. Brings a wide receiver in. Pass. Rolls out to the right, and he's searching, and he's going to get tackled. Actually, that's probably a sack. Actually, loss of 1, 2nd and 10 for the Montana State offense. 4:48 left in the first quarter here. Shotgun formation again. Looks like Trainer to the right of him here is going to play action. He gets hit while throwing, and that's another incompletion. 3rd and 10. And this Montana State offense is really going to have to put together some plays here to keep them from getting behind the sticks and forcing 3rd and longs, as they're just going to hope and pray for a first down here. Barry in the backfield all alone, 5 wide for this offense. As he takes the snap, he's got X, and that's going to be an incompletion. Apologies, he had a wide receiver open and wasn't quite able to get there. This Montana State offensive line is having a struggle with this Southern Oregon defensive line as the punt is away. That's going to be straight down the middle. And that's going to be Washburn on the return. He returns it for a minimal gain to the 48-yard line as Southern Oregon takes over yet again. Some favorable field position here for Southern Oregon. We'll see if they can capitalize on it. The Montana State defense was able to limit the offensive production the first drive. Shotgun formation, Mooney to the right of Foster here. Foster making some changes to the routes. Takes the snap is Mooney, who is able to gain 2 yards. 2 rushes for 5 yards. Again, just limiting the looks that he's going to get. Try to limit this offense. 2nd and 8 at the 50-yard line. Shotgun formation again. Mooney to the right of Foster again. Foster makes a change to the play as he searches, and he's going to bring a guy in motion, takes the snap, and it is a beautiful run up. That was a zone read, and that's going to be a gain of 17 for J.J. Mooney, the Heisman hopeful. Hurry up offense here. Foster back in the shotgun. Making some changes again. Brings another receiver in motion. It's a pass. He rolls out to the right, and he's hit while throwing again. That's an incompletion. 2nd and 10 for the Raiders offense. Both teams doing an excellent job of getting defensive pressure and bothering that quarterback while he's throwing. Shotgun formation, Foster with Mooney to the right of him again in an offset. Foster makes some changes to some routes here, it looks like. He's back to pass. Searching, he throws it to the corner to Mooney, who gets a little space, and he's brought down at the 14-yard line. Great pass, great catch, and that's going to set them up in the red zone. 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line for this Raiders offense. Same look, shotgun formation, and this time it is a screen play there, and that only goes for 1. The Bobcat defense ready for that one. Mooney back in the game to the left of Foster in the shotgun. Foster makes a change, moves Mooney to the right of him this time. Motion from the wide receiver into the backfield. Takes the snap. It is an option again. He pitches it out, and Mooney is going to make two guys miss as he goes out of bounds at the 12-yard line. 3rd and 8. Thought he had something there, and had he had a little more space, he probably would have, but steps out of bounds, unfortunately, and it's going to bring up 3rd and long for this Raiders offense. Two minutes about left in the first quarter here. Raiders are knocking, however, they've got a big obstacle here. Got to wonder if it's going to become 4-down territory. Foster in the shotgun. Play action to the running back. He throws it. That's going to be dropped by the defensive player there. Oh my goodness. Coach Gage has got to be so frustrated with that. Could have avoided any points for this Raiders offense. However, he drops the ball and the Raiders come out in a field goal formation. They're going to put it up and put 3 on the board to take an early lead here in the first quarter. 7-play, 2-minute 35-second drive for the Raiders offense as they set to kick off to the Bobcats again. Kick is away, and that's going to go to the back of the end zone again, and we're not even going to see an attempt at a return. Joy just lets it go out the back of the end zone. As the Bobcats offense comes back out, and we'll see what ingenuity Coach Gage has here, as he needs to get something going. This isn't really a game where you can afford to get behind and be too predictable. Shotgun formation for Barry. He hands it off to Trainer, who's going to gain 6 on the play. 2nd and 4 from the 31-yard line for the Bobcats offense, and that's really what you got to do here is take your early runs and make the downs manageable, right? So 2nd and 4 here, need to gain 4 more yards. You could probably gain 2 or 3, and you'd be okay on a 3rd and 1 or 2. So Barry in the shotgun again, Trainer to the right of him as he hands it off up the middle, and Trainer's going to steam ahead for the first down at the 36-yard line, gain of 5 for the Bobcats as they are starting to get things moving. Not a lot of pressure from this Raiders defense after the first 2 drives. They were kind of living in the backfield. Barry in the shotgun again, very similar formation to what we've seen. RPO to the flat, that's Jewell who catches it and gains 3 on the play. Coach Gage is going to be preaching blocking from his receivers. I can guarantee it. Barry to the shotgun again. Trainer to the left of him this time as he hands it off to Trainer, who's going to stiff arm and get more. He's going to gain the first down. 1st and 10 at the 50 for the Bobcats as Trainer's able to get extra yards, making sure he gets that extension and breaks that tackle. All right, split formation out of the shotgun. Barry looks towards the sideline. Looks like they're going to make a little change here. Puts one of the running backs in motion, tosses it to the flat, gets a good block, and he's going to gain 6 on the play there Great RPO read there from Barry as the end of the first quarter comes about. Southern Oregon up 3-0 on Montana State. 2nd and 4 from the 44-yard line as Montana State is driving, trying to answer some points that were just scored on the previous drive from Southern Oregon. As Coach Gage has gone to great lengths to get this offense going. They started out running the ball, and some passes here from Barry as he puts the tight end in motion. Takes the snap, sends it to the flat, and they've got a defensive lineman ready for that screen pass there. Loss of 1 on the play, it seems. 3rd and 7 from the 47-yard line for Montana State. Shotgun look for Barry. Joy to the left of Barry this time. Barry making some changes. Brings Agnew in. Takes the snap, looking to pass. He's got a guy open, and that's Jewell, who's going to gain, looks about 15 on the play. Barry, 5 for 9 for 17 yards on the game thus far. He's really been able to find some guys open here and put the ball where he needs to get these first downs and to get this drive going. 34-yard line for the Montana State offense. Barry in the shotgun again is going to hand it off to Joy, who's going to take it up the middle. He spins out. He breaks a couple tackles there, and he finally comes down at the 7. Breaking a lot of tackles and making people miss is Joy, who's got 3 attempts for 25 yards here. His longest rush is for 12 thus far. Barry in the shotgun again. Looks like Joy is to the right of him. Takes a snap. It's a screen. He gets the pass off, but it hits the defensive lineman in the helmet. Going to bring up 3rd down. That's super unfortunate for Barry and this Bobcat offense. That would have been a great gain for them, but the pass is a little offline. Is going to hit that guy in the helmet. Barry comes back out, 3rd and 3 in the shotgun. He's going to hand it off to Trainer, who's going to run up the middle. He's going to gain about 5, and that's going to result in a Bobcat first down. 1st down and 10 at the 21-yard line for them. 6 minutes and 25 seconds left here in the second as they come back out in shotgun. Joy to the left of Barry. And another RPO as that goes to Jewell, and he got space, and he's going to score. And Montana State answers and is going to go up 6-3 with the extra point coming up. Never want to assume the extra point is just going to go in. We've seen quite a few blocks in this league. As the extra point is up and away, Montana State 7, Southern Oregon 3. 11 plays, 3 minutes, 42 seconds on the score for Montana State as they set to kick off, and it is away to the back of the end zone, and Southern Oregon is also going to elect not to return it. They're not even going to attempt to catch it as they come out to the 25-yard line. Southern Oregon had the first lead of the game, and they've just surrendered it. Looking to respond is Coach Twist and this Raiders offense. And pretty stark difference in pressures here. Southern Oregon is pressuring Barry quite a bit with 6. Foster in the shotgun is going to hand it... Oh, it's play action. I'm sorry. Over the middle to Mondu. And that's going to be a huge gain. Foster up to 50 yards passing in the game as they get to the 48-yard line. Gain of 23 on the play. As the Raiders offense is able to get a huge play there to start this drive. That's not a good look on this Montana State defense as Foster takes the snap. He throws to the flat, and Coach Gage had a guy there. The defense was prepped, and he drops yet another pick that probably should have been 2. Not even sure if Foster knew that there was a corner over there to cover that. Second and 10 from the 48-yard line. 4 minutes, 41 seconds left in the second quarter. Foster comes out. Split formation for them in the shotgun as he moves a wide receiver in motion. It is a pass as he's searching. He throws it over the middle to Mondu again as he gains another, I think that's 23 yards again. 22. SOU driving Mondu able to get 2 receptions on this drive for some pretty large gains here. Foster comes back out in the shotgun, 1st and 10 from the 35. Is going to hand it off to Mooney, who's going to shift and go up the middle, and that's going to be a gain of 4 for Mooney. They've been able to limit his looks here. 5 attempts for 26 yards. The Raiders back out in the shotgun. Mooney to the left of, or to the right of Foster, excuse me. As it is a option, as he takes it up the middle, doesn't even look to pitch it, and he gains 4 on the play. 3rd and 2 from the 27-yard line. Foster is going to come back out here. Shotgun formation, Mooney to the right of him again. They look to the sideline for an audible. Foster looking to change some routes, it looks like. He sets the pass, he throws it. That's going to be incomplete as he overthrows everybody. 4th and 2 from the 27-yard line for the Raiders as Coach Gage, visibly frustrated. It doesn't look like his safety even tried to go after that ball. Again, trying to save points here. Coach Twist, out of curiosity, you got to wonder if he's going to try to gain this 4th down here, or if he's going to take the points, and it looks like he's going to attempt to get the 1st down here. Shotgun formation, Foster audibles, goes ahead and moves Mooney to the left side of him, as well as all the receivers except for one to the left side. Probably just switched the play there. 4th and 2 from the 27. He hands it off to Mooney, who is going to get the 1st down. That is some... Ooh, that's a questionable measure there, but they're going to hurry up for no... so it doesn't get challenged here. Foster in the backfield, shotgun formation. He's going to go ahead and hand it off to Mooney again, who's going to be met. Gain of 1. J.J. Mooney getting the 1st down and then a carry. As looks like the Raiders are going to slow it down slightly here. 2nd and 9 from the 25-yard line. Pistol formation again. Going to hand it off to Owasika. Emmanuel Owasika. Gain of 2 on the play. Brings up 3rd and 6 from the 21-yard line. Three minutes and 10 seconds counting down here in the 2nd quarter. Coach Twist has elected to go for it once already this drive and got it on a controversial call. It was close. I won't say one way or another what it was, but split formation out of shotgun. He looks to pass in the flat, and that's met immediately. He drops it, though. Would have been huge for Coach Gage in this defense if they had just got the tackle. Coach Twist elects to go ahead and go for the field goal here at 4th and 6 from the 21. Kick is up, and he misses it. And Coach Twist has got to be frustrated with that one. That's Josh Andres, the freshman. Misses a very makeable field goal as Montana State will take over with the lead, looking to add to this lead before the half. Montana State did start with the ball, so they don't have to play for that right now, but to get points here before the half would be huge. He brings Brian in motion, Barry back in the backfield and shotgun all by himself. As he takes the snap himself, that was a QB blast, and he takes that for 2 yards at the 23-yard line, 2nd and 8 for the Bobcat offense. 2 minutes and 36 seconds counting here in the first half. Shotgun formation, and that's going to be Joy to the right of Barry here, as it is a screen play. He catches it, but there's a defender ready, as that's a loss of 2. Back to 3rd and 10 here. Courtney Duncan with the coverage on that. We'll see what Coach Gage brings out here, but this is the 3rd or 4th time in the 4 drives they had that they've been met with this 3rd and long situation here as they elect to just go ahead and take it to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes left in the first half here. 3rd and 10 at the 21 for Coach Gage and the Bobcat offense. And this would be huge for Coach Twist and the Raider defense to prevent any sort of offensive production here, to have an opportunity to double dip. Barry in the shotgun empty formation here, 5 wide, as he's trying to direct the receivers here. Takes the snap, looking to pass. He's got a man open over the middle. He tries to spin away, but he's not going to quite get it. And that's going to be 4th and 4 from the 27-yard line. Southern Oregon with the timeout as Montana State looks to punt. Punt is away. Southern Oregon going to return this as he gets a pretty minimal return to the 38-yard line. Southern Oregon with the opportunity here to take the lead and attempt that double dip that everyone's looking for as they will receive the kick at halftime. 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line, 1:46 left in the first half. Shotgun formation. Foster brings his receiver into motion. Takes the snap, looking to pass as he takes a large step back. He launches it. That's going to be picked by the Montana State defense, and he's going to look to return it, looking for space, and he gets brought down at the 40-yard line. That was the best thing that could have happened to this Bobcats defense. D'Angelo Arma, the free safety, with the interception. And this secondary has played so well the past few weeks for Coach Gage. As they take over, Barry in the shotgun, Trainer to the right of him. Brings a man in motion. Back to pass. As he throws it to the right side of the field, he's going to get to the 47-yard line, 1st and 10. Corey Berry, 9 of 14 for, I believe that was 67 yards. Back in the shotgun with Trainer to the left of him. Back to pass. Oh, that's a bad throw, as that's going to be Mauya again for an interception. The Raiders take back over on an interception. The senior with the interception there to prevent any points for Montana State and also cool off this offense a little bit, as Coach Twist has another opportunity with this offense to put up points and take the lead before half. Shotgun formation for Foster. Mooney to the right of him. As he hands it off to Mooney, who's going to bounce it back inside. He's going to gain 11 on the play. 1st and 10 from the 46-yard line. They go hurry up. Foster, again in the shotgun. Mooney to the right of him. Hands it off again up the middle as he makes a move. That's going to be a gain of 6 to the 40-yard line. 57 seconds and counting. Hurry up again. Foster in the shotgun. Same formation as the previous 2 plays as he's making changes. Brings Cantwell into motion to the left side of the field. Cantrell, I'm sorry. Back to pass is Foster, who releases it, and that's picked off by the Bobcat defense again. That's Ty with the interception as he goes out of bounds at the 45-yard line. Devontae Ty, the senior from Alabama here for the Bobcats, as he silences the attempt from Coach Twist and the offense. As Montana State will have 36 seconds to work with. Really questionable on what Coach Gage is going to decide to do here. He can go into half with the lead, or he can try to put up points. Barry's going to come out in the shotgun with Trainer to the right, as it's a pass, and he is hit while he throws. That's going to be incomplete. Not getting a lot of protection from the offensive line here, and honestly, Southern Oregon's not bringing a whole bunch of pressure. So this offensive line is really going to have to figure out how to protect their quarterback so he can get some good reads and plays off. Shotgun formation, 5 wide. Barry all alone. Takes the snap. As that was... he throws it over the middle. That's broken up. Barely by the defender there. Little more touch on that, and that's probably completed. Got to be careful about that corner that came off the receiver on the left side there, but shotgun formation, that's going to be Joy to the left of Barry this time. Defense makes an adjustment, And that's going to be intercepted. We've seen interceptions on back to back to back. And oh my goodness, he's got space. Barry's going to be the only one, and he misses, and that's going to be a score for the Raiders. Pick six, 62 yards to respond. And Coach Gage is beside himself. He's got to be frustrated with that one. I don't know if he saw it, but his running back on the wheel route was wide open on the left side of the field. That's going to be Mitch Wing, the sophomore, with the pick six for the Raiders offense, who are going to take a 9-7 lead. Assuredly, it's going to be 10-7, but we don't want to assume extra points here. Extra point up and good as Southern Oregon takes a 10-7 lead. 16 seconds, and it's, again, not a whole lot of time for this offense to get moving. They've not had a ton of boom plays, as Joy's not even going to attempt to return it. Want to conserve as much of that time as possible. As the Bobcats offense comes back out, looking to respond with 16 seconds. They do have all three timeouts, so that is something to consider. Shotgun formation, that's going to be Joy again to the left of Barry. Takes the snap. Throws it to the sideline. That's going to be 4 seconds for 4 yards there. 2nd and 6 from the 29-yard line. However, they did get out of bounds, so that's going to stop the clock. Shotgun formation again, 5 wide for this Bobcat offense. Barry surveys the field, and his center, it looks like, did not offer any protection on that. Let a guy through completely, basically untouched, as Barry was hit while throwing again, and that's going to be an incompletion. Very similar stats here for both offenses. 5 wide again for the Bobcats here. Barry in the shotgun as Southern Oregon will back off here. Barry's looking. He moves around in the pocket. He throws another pick to Mauya. That's his second one of the day, and that is going to be called half. As this Raiders defense has been able to capitalize quite a bit on the miscues from the offense, and Coach Gage will go in and make some adjustments. Coach Twist has got to be happy with the way his defense has played. Not necessarily as happy with the way the offense has played, so we'll see what adjustments are made at the half. Montana State here at the beginning of the second half, set to kick off as the ball is away. Southern Oregon is going to receive that and going to go ahead and kneel it in the end zone. First and 10 from the 25 for the Raiders as they come back with the lead. They took over the lead with a pick six in the first half here. Foster in the shotgun is going to go back to pass as it's a screen play. There's a defender there, though, that's unblocked. However, Mooney's going to break that. Gain of 4 on the play. 2nd and 6 from the 29-yard line. As the Raider offense looks to the sideline for an audible here, the defense for the Bobcats looking to make some changes. As that is, the Mooney is meant for a gain of 1. That defense was prepped for that one, and I believe that was a defensive lineman from the opposite side of the field coming to make that tackle. So it made the initial contact there, anyways. 3rd and 5 from the 30-yard line for the Raiders. This would be a huge stop for the Bobcats as they need to get things moving on offense. Both teams have played pretty good defense here as Foster back in the shotgun switches the play, it seems. Mooney to the right of him. They look to the sideline for an audible. Takes the snap, and that's going to be a play action. He throws over the middle. That's to Cantrell, who's going to get tackled. 1st and 10, Raiders at the 47-yard line. That is the first reception for Cantrell. That's good for 23 yards on the play. First and 10 from the 47. Shotgun for Foster. Mooney to the right as they look to the to the sideline again. Looking to make changes to the play. Foster takes the snap. He hands it off to Mooney. He's going to take it up the middle. That's going to be a gain of 7 to the 40-yard line. 2nd and 3. Mooney, 11 attempts for 54 yards. His longest rush has been for 16. So, they, compared to his Heisman numbers, they've been able to limit things pretty well, however. Foster in the shotgun again. It's an RPO to the flat. That's going to be Woods, who gets a good block. He's able to make some guys miss. He's going to take it down to the 5-yard line. 1st and goal at the 5. The Raiders are going to capitalize on this. They like the look they see. They're going to hurry up. 1st and goal at the 5. Foster in the shotgun. Mooney to the right as he... an RPO again, and he's just off target as he's hit while throwing. 2nd and goal from the 5-yard line. Coach Gage is getting his defense prepped for this goal line stand. If they can hold him to 3, that would be a perfect ending here for the Bobcats. Foster in the shotgun again brings his receiver into motion. That's Mondu. And that's going to be a handoff to Awasika, who is going to go down. That is going to be a loss of 2. 3rd and goal at the 7-yard line now. This Bobcats defense making it extremely difficult for the Raiders to score here. They have a couple stands here in the red zone already. 3rd and goal, from the 7-yard line. Southern Oregon in the shotgun. Mooney to the left. Foster directing his receivers. Switches the Mooney to the right side of him now. 5 seconds left on the play call. Snap is taken. Foster rolls out. He throws it to the corner, and that is Mooney running a corner route for the first down. For the touchdown. Oh my goodness. Southern Oregon goes up 16-7 here. Will be 17-7 here with the extra point. Extra point up and good for the Raiders here. 8 plays, 74 yards, 2 minutes, 45 seconds. As they set to kick off back to the Bobcats here, who will have their first possession of the second half. Kick is away as Montana State is back to receive that, and they return it. That's going to be Smith, who spins, and he's going to get taken down at the 17-yard line. Coach Gage is prepped here. I'm sure he's made some adjustments. 10 for 21 for 60 yards to Southern Oregon's 10 for 18 for 135. Both have a passing touchdown. Barry's going to come back out in the shotgun. That's going to be Trainer to the right as it is handed off to Trainer, who's going to jump over a couple guys. Gain a 7 there to the 23-yard line. 2nd and 3 for the Bobcats. Shotgun formation again. Trainer to the right as Barry will take to the snap. He hands it off to Trainer, who is going to get to the 33-yard line. Gain of 10 there. 12 attempts for 63 yards. Barry in the shotgun again. Looks to the sideline. That's going to be Joy to the right of him this time. Barry's going to pitch it out to Joy. There's going to be a flag on the play, but Joy is going to take it 10 yards. But this is probably going to be holding, as it is on the tight end there. It's going to be 1st and 17 as Southern Oregon and Coach Twist accept that one. Coach Gage goes back to the drawing board. 1st and 17 from the 26-yard line here for the Bobcats. Barry in the shotgun, Trainer to the right. As this is going to be a QB blast. Barry takes it for 9 yards there. Huge gain for Barry there. 3 attempts for 11 yards. As it sets up a 2nd and 8, and that's probably the best you can ask for in this situation. As Barry comes back out in the shotgun, that's going to be Trainer to the left of him this time. as he hands it off to Trainer, who's got space, and he's going to get the first down to the 44-yard line. First down, Montana State, as they keep driving. Coach Gage going back to basics here, it seems. As both teams battling. Shotgun again. Trainer to the left of Barry. Takes the snap, throws it to the flat. There's no help there. Trainer is going to be dropped for a loss of 4. That was Stephen McNabb on the coverage there. Coach Gage, again, visibly frustrated with the execution of that play. Barry, again, in the shotgun. Trainer to the left of him. Trainer goes in motion. Barry takes the snap, looking. He throws it over the middle to Trainer, who's going to make some guys miss. And he's going to gain the first down to the 42-yard line. I believe that was a gain of 12 or 16. However, first down at the 42-yard line for the Bobcats as they continue this march. 2 minutes, 30 seconds left in the third quarter here. Barry back in the shotgun. That's going to be Joy to the right of him. He puts a receiver in motion. He hands it a little pass to him, takes it outside, and that is going to be a gain of 5. Had he gotten a little better block, he probably could have taken that for more, and that's something Coach Gage is going to focus on, I'm sure, with his receivers the rest of the season, is if they get a couple more blocks, it makes this game a whole lot easier for them. 2nd and 5 from the 37-yard line. Barry in the shotgun. Trainer to the left. Barry takes the snap, hands it off to Trainer, up the middle, wide open, makes a guy miss, and he's going to get to the 25-yard line. 1st and 10 as Montana State goes hurry up. Trainer to the right. Barry in the shotgun. Takes the snap, and he's hit while throwing again. That instant pressure coming from the Raiders defense here. 2nd and 10 from the 25 for the Bobcats. Coach Twist keeping his defense level-headed here as they're just kind of taking what they're given. Couple bust plays, couple boom plays for them. Just waiting for that one that they need to capitalize on. Barry in the shotgun again. Joy to the left. As Barry is going to get sacked. Loss of a ton on that one. 3rd and 18 from the 33-yard line. Loss of 8 on that one. 3rd and 18. 3rd and long again for this offense as Barry's in the shotgun. Joy to the right. Barry takes the snap, looking to pass. He throws it, and that's going to be Agnew, who's going to gain 10 on the play, bring up 4th and 8. This is going to be a 40-yard field goal. The kick is up, and it is good. Coach Gage and the offense is able to make it a 7-point game. 11-play, 4-minute, 25-second drive to make it 10-17 as the Bobcats will kick off to the Raiders as we await to see if this defense can make something happen. Kick is away. Raiders will kneel it in the end zone. They take over at the 25-yard line. 50 seconds left in the third quarter. Foster in the shotgun. Mooney to the right as he brings a receiver to the backfield as he hands off to Mooney, who's going to take it up the middle, make a couple guys miss. There's going to be a flag on the play, though. Holding on the offense, and that's devastating for Coach Twist and the Raider offense here, as that's going to bring it back 1st and 15. Shotgun again for the Raiders. Mooney to the left. 3 seconds counting down. They get the snap off. Foster looking to pass. He's going to get sacked by the Bobcat defense. That's going to be Taylor Wakefield, the defensive tackle. And that's going to bring up 2nd and 23 from the 12-yard line as the Bobcat defense is responding here, limiting the ability of the offense to move the ball as they search to get the ball back for the offense. They take it all the way down to the fourth quarter. Second and 23 from the 12-yard line for the Raiders offense as the Bobcat defense has responded extremely well here. Southern Oregon leads 17-10 as the upset-minded Bobcats set to defend this play here. It's an RPO as the defenders miss there. That's going to be a gain of 8, make it 3rd and 15 at the 20-yard line for the Raiders. 3rd and long. They haven't had to deal with this situation much here this game, and so we'll see if the Montana State defense can hold strong and get the ball back for this offense. Again, the Bobcats have upset the number 1 team already this season, looking to make it twice. Shotgun formation for the Raiders as Foster's making some changes. Mooney to the left of him in offset. Foster takes the snap, looking to pass. He's got some guys running over the middle of the field. Wide open is Woods, who's going to catch that. He's going to make guys miss. He's going to be gone. That's going to be a touchdown for Southern Oregon. Foster, 12 for 20 for 224 and 2 touchdowns. He's got a couple of picks there, too, as Southern Oregon will extend the lead 24-10. Southern Oregon looking to kick away again to the Bobcat offense. Joy is going to return the kick out of the end zone as he gets to the 17-yard line. Montana State takes over, looking down 14 here with 7 minutes and 1 second left in the fourth. They've got to get moving here and trust that defense to lock up the Raider offense to have a chance at upsetting the second number 1 team this season. RPO there, way out to the flat, and that's going to be a gain of 10. First down, Bobcats, as they hurry up here. Barry in the shotgun. Takes the snap. He's going to keep it. Interesting play there. It's going to be illegal man downfield, 1st and 15. From the 22-yard line for the Bobcats. 6 minutes, 45 seconds left here in the game. Coach Twist getting his defense settled. They've got to hold it here to avoid the upset. Bobcats have Barry in the shotgun. Joy to the right of him. Takes the snap, looking to pass. He's going to get hit by this Southern Oregon defensive line. Again, that's Tavares Sweet. Going to bring up 2nd and 24 from the 14-yard line for the Bobcats. 6 minutes, 35 seconds left. Clock is going to roll as well once we get on the field. Barry alone in the backfield. Shotgun formation. Takes the snap here. It's a good pocket. However, it's going to collapse as soon as I say that. This might be time to look at a new center here. That defensive lineman from Southern Oregon has been able to get constant pressure, and it's been from the center. It was constantly getting beat. Empty backfield again. Barry alone in the backfield. Shotgun formation. Takes the snap. Looking to pass. He throws it. That's going to be underthrown. Incomplete. That was a dangerous throw for Barry there, as that easily could have been picked. They're going to go for it here. 4th and 24. Barry in the shotgun. Trainer to the right of him. Takes the snap. Going to keep Trainer for some extra protection as he launches it. That's going to be overthrown. Interception by Wing as he takes it down the sideline. And he's going to get tackled at the 19. The Raiders set up on an extremely favorable field position here as they look to close out this game. 5 minutes, 47 seconds left. Southern Oregon with the timeout. Pistol formation. Foster looking to take the snap. They look towards the sideline here. Looks like an audible. Mooney lined up behind him. Actually, it's a touch pass there to Mondu again. Gain of 7 to the 18-yard line. 2nd and 3 for the Raiders. Shotgun formation here. Mooney to the right of Foster. Foster takes the snap, and that's going to be an RPO to the flat, and that's going to be a gain of a couple there. 3rd and 1 from the 10-yard line. Foster, 14 for 22 for 234, 2 touchdowns. Barry, 15 for 30, 100 yards, 1 touchdown, and I believe he's up to 4 interceptions on the game. Shotgun formation. Foster by himself. Takes the snap, looking to pass. Over the middle, that's going to be a touchdown for the Raiders. As the Raiders extend their lead up to 3 scores now, 30-10. Extra point will make it 31-10. Kick is up and good. 31 points for the Southern Oregon Raiders as MSU with 10. They will be set to receive with 4 minutes, 53 seconds left in the game. Can we see a comeback? Joy takes it up to the 11. You're going to see some Wildcat. Trainer in the backfield takes the snap. He tries to take it up the middle. Only a gain of 1 there. Trainer still in the Wildcat. He's going to take the snap, run up the middle as an offensive lineman misses 2 blocks there. However, Trainer is able to take it to the 20 for a 3rd and 1. Barry set in the backfield. Shotgun formation. Trainer to the right of him. Takes the snap. He hands it off to Trainer, who takes it up the middle. Gain of a few there for the 1st down. Barry in the shotgun again, throws to the flat, gets a block, but takes it the wrong way, as met by a defender. Gain of 1 there. 3 minutes counting down. Bobcats at the 26-yard line, 2nd and 9. Barry takes the snap, throws it to the flat, gets a couple blocks. He can't make a guy miss, though. It's going to bring up 3rd and 3 from the 31-yard line. Probably going to take us to the 2-minute warning. Connor Agnew on the reception as we hit the 2-minute warning. Southern Oregon has just been able to get the offense rolling here in the second half, and the same can't be said for the Bobcat offense. Shotgun formation again, Barry with Joy to the left of him. Look to the sideline, looking for an audible. Joy takes the handoff, he takes it up the middle, and he's tackled after a gain of, it looks like, 10. Yeah, just about 10. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line, minute 30 left in the game. Barry in the shotgun. Joy to the left of him is going to keep it himself as he gets met at the line. Gain of nothing. 2nd and 10 at the 40-yard line. Shotgun formation, Joy to the left of Barry is going to hand it off. Barry's going to take it up the middle on the zone read there. 3rd and 2 from the 48. Barry hurries the offense up. He's going to hand it off again to Joy, who's going to gain the first down. Gain of, it looks about 4 on the play. 3 or 4 there. 34 seconds left in the game. Barry in the backfield shotgun is going to hand it off to, that's a new name there. He's going to lose 2 on the play. It's going to be 2nd and 12 from the from the 49-yard line. 18 seconds left, and that is going to be ball game. Southern Oregon defends its number 1 spot, wins the game 31-10. Montana State not able to pull off a second upset in 3 weeks. Looks to salvage the rest of their season here to make a playoff push as Southern Oregon is in control of their fate here. Player of the game is Mitch Wing, 2 interceptions and then the pick 6 to give them the lead that they wouldn't give up for the rest of the game. Thank you, everyone. Please don't forget to subscribe, give us a like. We'll be continuing to do these games, and we'll look for coverage on the next set of games here. Appreciate everyone who was here for it and who's going to check this out, and we'll see you next time.